Hi, welcome to this week's strategy session. I am Shannon and I have a confession to make. Here it is. I plan these strategy session topics a few weeks in advance, and on Monday I pulled out my calendar and realized, wow, it is the first week of the second quarter of 2018. Okay, that's not the confession, but it did kind of take me by surprise, and maybe it did you as well. But what that meant for me was that the topic was to remind you and all of us that this is the perfect time, this is the perfect week to check in on our goals. How are you doing? Are you on track to meet the goals that you set for 2018? Are you slipping in some area? Are you exceeding your goals? Just where are you literally at this point going into the second quarter? What do you need to tweak? What do you need to improve? What might need to change? Because the last thing you want to do is get later in the year, or God forbid at the end of the year, and go, whoops, I missed my goals entirely. Now, things change, and sometimes we have to adjust our goals, but it's important that, and that's really the reason why it's so important to do these quarterly, if not even more often, but I'm going to stick with quarterly check-ins. So that was my topic for this week, and I thought, great, we have a really powerful business planning, and I hate to even call it that because it is so different from most other business planning courses out there, but we have a really powerful course called A Strategic Year that really uses a vision-based and psychology-oriented process to walk you through a complete process, a system of defining your vision, then setting your goals to match those, defining the plan and the strategic maps, and even anticipating the barriers, and just walks you through a proven process to meet your goals, whatever they are. So I looked at the topic on Monday, literally Monday morning, thinking, I got this. We have all the resources. I just need to go back in and pull them out and kind of synthesize them into an easy to use guide for you to use here at the beginning of Q2, end of Q1 to check in on your goals. Here's where the confession comes in. I started going through the process, and in so doing, I pulled out my own business plan for 2018. And I had a truly oh crap moment. I mean, there's no other way to put it, because I realized I had done exactly what the course tells us not to do, or we tell the people in the course not to do, and that is spending the time to create my goals, and then I stuck that business plan in a drawer and had not looked at it again. I wasn't doing the weekly measurements of my prospecting activities. I literally had not looked at it again to see, okay, here's the volume goals that I set for myself. Where am I? And that was a little mind-blowing to me. I'm just gonna be real. It really took me, threw me for a loop. So here's what I did, is I have spent the bulk of this week so far, I'm recording this on Thursday, basically working through both creating the Q1 goal check guide for you and using it in my own business. Just like you, I have to set goals and prospect to reach new clients, and if I'm not doing the activities, I'm not going to reach my goals. And so I really had to take a hard look and see, okay, what do I have to change? What do I have to tweak to make sure that I stay on track to meet my annual goals? And so I've done that this week. Thank you for that opportunity. But here's what I have for you. This is important because I would bet a lot of you out there are very much like me, and it really went down either one of two paths at the beginning of this year. One, you did take the time, whether by using our strategic year course or another method, you did take the time to sit down and develop a business plan and establish your goals. But how often have you revisited that and looked at it and made sure that you're on track and made sure that you're measuring, etc.? Or the other route is, because I talk to agents all the time who, the beginning of the year slips by and you have some idea in your head of what your goals are, but did you ever sit down and finalize those into a plan? And before you know it, the first quarter's over and you didn't, and that's okay. It's not too late. So here's what I have for you this week. This is a guide that there's a link right below this that I want you to download, and it is, initially I was going to call it, or I did call it, your Q1 Goal Check Guide. After the week I've had and the issues I've had, I updated that to basically the Q1 Gut Check Guide, because it really made me do a gut check and say, whoa, Shannon, are you doing everything that you need to be doing to reach your goals so that you're happy at the end of 2018? And there were a lot of areas where I was slipping. So this really got me back on track this week. So I'm excited to share it with you. You'll also see towards the end of the guide, access or reference to access how you can access the full Strategic Year online course. And it's really one of two ways. One, if you're already a member of our online university, Strategic Agent U, you already have full access to this course. So even if you've never taken it before, it's there and waiting for you. Go in there and work through the whole course to develop your plan for the first time if you never have, or just use it as a way to tweak the plan that you already have. Secondly, if you're not yet a member of SAU, we are still offering a 14-day free trial into SAU, where you'll be able to access not only that full course but all of the others. So this is, you can complete the course in well under 14 days, so it's more than enough time to claim your free trial of SAU, log in, start this weekend or next Monday or tonight, whenever you have time, and dive into a strategic year, work through the process. All of the videos and instructionals and guides and manuals are there, and you could complete that well within the 14 days. And part of that program is identifying maybe where you have some other gaps in your business. So if you really want to focus on getting more listings this year or better pricing your listings, there are courses in there that you could take those as well. So again, between the guide that you can download and access to SAU, I really hope that you find, like I did this week, that spending some time right now at the very beginning of Q2 will really set you on the path for 2018 to be a great year for you. So that's this week's strategy session. Be sure and grab the download below and consider accessing the full course in SAU. And I hope that it's all as helpful to you as it has been to me this week. That will make it just all the more powerful that in delivering this to you. So thanks, and have a great rest of your week and a great second quarter.